シャーロックホームズ罪と罰、続きやっていきます。前回ですね、2つ目の事件が終わって今回が3つ目の事件ですね。確かね6つ事件があるっていう風に紹介されてたと思うんで、3分の1が終わったっていう感じかな。そして今回の事件が血の浴室ね。
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
いきなりホームズさん死にかけてるんだけど、多分また変な実験を自分でしてるんだと思うんですよね。
The pupil is dilated.
相当やばいね。
The pupil is dilated.
あれ？
The temperature appears to be normal.
脈拍は？
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
何これ？10秒間心拍数を数えて脈拍数を計測すると。こんなミニゲームがあるんだ。
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
押しっぱなしにするってこと？違う。
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to
いや、
yourself.
自分でやったんでしょ？
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
なんで？
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the buff, but what?
As I said.
And they were tied together.
You are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic? Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman Baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
メリーダンっていう話がこれまでもちょくちょく出てきてるんだけど、今のところ直接関わりないんだよね。今後の事件で関わってくるのかな。今回の事件の名前が血の浴室って言ってるんで、今受けた事件で間違いないですね。ストランドレーンの浴場でレストレートと合流すると、ストランドレーンの古代ローマ浴場が間もなく一般公開される。だがその場所にはどんな謎、 呪いが隠されているのか、真相を明かすことができる人物はただ一人。で、目的地はこれね。他のページは何も記載された。これは前々回の話だよね。これが前回のやつか。線路上の謎。特にここには新しい記載はないよね。あれでもこれ、このしおりにびっくりマークついたままになってるんで、なんかあるのかな。それとね、前回もあったんだけど、ここにね、手紙が来るんだよね。新しい手紙来てるかな。来てる。マイクロフトの怒り。我が弟シャーロック。お前はまたしても最悪な間違いを犯した。お前は今、大英帝国が国際紛争に巻き込まれようとしている事実に気づいていないのかね。このような非常に敏感な事件を低能なスコットランドヤードの警察に任せるとはどういうことだ。そう、前回ですね。事件は早く解決するために警察に連絡したんだけど、選択肢の一つに、お兄さんに連絡して政治的な判断をしてもらう、そういう選択肢もあったんだよね。結局彼らは犯罪者を捕まえた。だが新聞を読んでいないのか。これによって大騒動が起きてしまったのではないか。全てのメキシコ人を一般化しだしているぞ。お前も知っていると思うが、帝国は多数かつ多様なメキシコの企業と提携しているのだ。考えてみるのだ。マイクロフト。お兄さんすいません。この選択間違いだったのか。怒られてる。この X ボタン何？いきなりこのショートカットが出てるんだ。他に変化ってあるかな？
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful. My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
ちなみにね、なんでホームズさん急に元気になったの？さっきまでね、死にかけてたんだけど、どうやって急に回復した？あれ、意味が分かんなかったんだよね。じゃあ、浴場の方に行ってみようと思います。
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the City Council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
とりあえず、被害者と一緒に行ったのは3人だっていう話ですね。
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
あれ、それだったらもう完全にその3人の中の誰かが犯人ってことだよね。で、他の2人が見ているか、3人ともみんな共犯かっていう可能性もあるよね。
Any progress, Mr. Holmes?
What should we do next, Holmes?
もう全部任せておいてください。ホームズさんがまた華麗に解決しますので、ただ政治的な問題解決については期待しないでください。
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
いやもう完全にその3人の中に犯人いるでしょう。薄いシワ。気難しい。あれなんか今、ノリ付きの襟っていうのがあるね。あ、それが気難しいってやつね。まあ、きっちりしてるっていう判断なんですね。一人住まい？ハサミで切った後、自分で切ったってことかな。ピカピカのボタンね。かなり几帳面な性格っていう感じはするね。マンチェスター。今出ている課題は、浴場を調べるっていうことと凶器を見つけるね。そして人物像が新しく追加されていて、フィリップはマンチェスターの出身と、彼は職場のローマ浴場で真面目に働き、生計を立てている良い従業員だと評判と、今朝職場を出て電報を送っている、おそらくマンチェスターの実家ってね。どうだろう、それは関係ないと思うんだけど。
These baths are becoming sinister.
そりゃそうだよ。この浴場ね、今公開したばっかりだと思うんだけど、まあ誰も寄りつかないだろうね。
I'm always wondering what's on your mind, Holmes.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
シーブロがあっちね。被害者と一緒にいた3人に話を聞きたいんだけど、まずは蒸し風呂かな、この。
The steam room.
これね。でも結構広いね。
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. Clothes belonging to one of the suspects.
あ、こっちも行けんの？ああ、あの3人が一緒にいた人？いや、そんなことないよね。事件が終わってもずっとここにいてくれたんてさすがに大変すぎると思うんだけど。
Expensive clothes, belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
なんこれ？ワインの貼り札。
Champagne for a special occasion. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
誰かが蒸し風呂の中でのんびりとお酒を飲んでくつろごうとしてたんですね。でも蒸し風呂の中でね、飲めるようなところってサウナってあるのかな？本だとあんまり聞いたことないんだけど、他に調べられるところって何かある？窓があるけど、あそこから出入りしたっていう感じではないよね。打ち付けられてる感じの窓に見えるんだけど、開くのかな？
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
ちょっと待って、じゃあ本当にこの3人ってこの中にずっと閉じ込められてんの？捜査が終わるまで？もう死体と一緒に？マジか。これ現代の日本だったらね、こんなことされたらもう弁護士呼ばれて大変なことになると思うんだけど、こんな捜査方法いいの？
We don't have many leads here.
顔の右側がなんか血が出てるんだけど、殴られた？
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
怖っ。じゃあ凶器はナイフとか鋭い千枚通しとかそんな感じかな？傷は調べたね。他に調べられる場所は特にない？
There was only one hit from...
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
なんでこんな右手拡大されるの？なんか変なとこある？
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
土？土？この浴場の中に？
Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
そんなことまでわかんの？
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous, do you know that?
持って行ってくれたんだ。
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
これ、後で確認できるんですね。え、そう、これ全然気がつかなかった。
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
この鍵、この浴場にどっかに鍵のかかった部屋とかあんの？ローマ時代の浴場とか行ったから、まさか隠し通路があるとかそんなこと言う話出てこないよね。そうすると密室じゃないよね。
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
こんな感じになるの？うん。ここまでね、視界が悪くなるんだったら、部屋の中に他の人がいても、どういう行動をしてるかっていうのは見えないね。この情報はちょっと大きいんじゃない？同じ部屋にいるから絶対見てるよなと思ったんだけど、今のね、蒸気の状態だと殺人の瞬間をもう見えないっていう可能性もあるね。
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
溶融した金属？これ何？これって最初はなかったんだよね、きっと。あ、ちょっと待って。これが凶器なんじゃない？凶器を溶かしたんじゃない？これ。
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
あるものが必要。いや、もう分かった。もうこれが凶器ですね。さあ、そろそろ3人に話を聞く？
The grid cannot be removed. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
いや、ホームズさん、もう凶器ありました。変形はしてるんですけど。ブリンクホーンさんとピトキンさんとギャローさんね。じゃあ順番に話を聞いていこうかな。
It's horrible.
え、
I can't talk at the moment.
まあそうだよね。早くみんなこの部屋から出たいよね。
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
これあからさまにミスリードを誘ってるだろう。
It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else? I found him. I touched his shoulder, thinking that he was just asleep.
ホームズさん、まずその血について聞かなくてもいいの？
I don't want to stay here. Let us out,
ダメっ
please.
ぽい。
Mr. Holmes?
じゃあ現場の調査はこれで完了？
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
あ、どうしよう。一旦待て。
Please wait. I need to do something first.
さっきね、フィリップさんに聞くことがあるっていう話が出なかったっけ？あ、そうそう。まず蒸し風呂になった鍵はどこの鍵？
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared, but I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
あれ今何？あ、じゃあこれなんか情報
Did
足
you
りない。
leave the baths at any time or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
ちょっと待ってよ。持ち場を離れた。あ、これだ。今朝の電報。
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
そんなに重要なことには思えないんだけど。
Have you found something interesting?
Mr. Holmes?
これで調べられることは一旦終
All
わり
these
かな。
events are bad for the baths. And my job.
採取した血液。これは家に戻って分析ですね。採取した土。あ、これも分析か。この鍵は結局この浴場の鍵なのかな。電報とシャンパンね。今のところシャンパンが関係してるようには思えないんだけど。じゃあ警部、一旦ここでの調査は完了しました。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
異議なし。
None, Lestrade.
あれ？ああ、これでスコットランドヤードに移動できる状態になったのかな。
What should we do next, Holmes?
These baths are becoming...
うん。じゃあ一旦今回はこれで終わろうかな。あ、一応手がかり出てるんだけど、シャンパンなの？これ手がかりなの？脱衣所でシャンパンの瓶と氷が入った容器が見つかった。誰が持ち込んだのかは現時点では特定できないと。あんまり関係ないと思ったんだけど、ひょっとしてこれ重要な手がかりだったのかな。 まだね、登場人物がよく分かってないんだよね。次回容疑者の3人に話を聞いて、それでね、だいぶ人間関係が分かってくる感じになると思うんですよね。それと凶器はおそらくもっと化されてるんだと思う。そしてね、密室じゃなくてローマの屋上とか言ってるんで、隠し通路があるんじゃないかなって気がするんだよな。じゃあ今回は以上にします。見てくれてありがとうございました。